Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having an adult beverage, and tonight I'll be discussing To Kill a Badger by Shelly Laurenston. I absolutely adore her books, and I have loved this series so much. She's one of my comfort authors, so I reached out to Kensington Books to see if perhaps they had any physical arts they'd be willing to send me, and they so kindly did, and I am so grateful. I was also approved for an e-arc off of NetGalley, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. Now this is book 6 in the Honey Badger Chronicles, and I would recommend that you read the previous books before reading this one, as this book ties up all the loose ends as there is a continuing storyline. These are the highlights. And there are no content warnings listed for this book, but I gave it 5 stars and I absolutely had a blast reading this book. Like I said, she's one of my comfort authors, so I'm not surprised with how much I enjoyed it. So, what's this book about? So this book is about Nell, who's a pro when it comes to social media, but you know what else she's a pro at? Dealing with her friends' and teammates' lives and more recently their troubles. She's not sure when it became her job to protect them, but surprisingly she's good at it, even if they don't appreciate her efforts, especially Keen Malone. But she's a honey badger and she doesn't care what anyone thinks, and she's going to do what she thinks is best, especially when they clearly need her help. But recently her friends have gotten in over their head and are now up against a lion cartel that not only deals in trafficking humans, but is also responsible for the death of Keen Malone's father. Now Keen hates working with others, but he knows he needs all the help he can get, and Nell is more than happy to lend him a hand. But he may be in over his head accepting help from this beautiful, long-legged, shit-starting honey badger that makes his inner lion want to roar and claim her. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this 5 stars, and I had an absolute blast reading this book. I know anytime I pick up a Shelly Laurenston book, I am going to be laughing, giggling, and smiling the whole time. Her books have some of the best banter and one-liners I've ever read. I also really enjoy the way she writes her female main characters who are strong, sarcastic, and unhinged, and unapologetically themselves, and I just really enjoy that. Also, among the female main characters, there's a strong sisterhood going on vibe because they love each other. Like, if they perceive someone insulting their friend, they will be 10 toes in and destroy that person. But like sisters, they fight and hate each other. So they will also say to their best friend, I will tear off your head and wear it as a hat, or I will destroy all that you love. You know, like sisters. So very strong sisterhood and found family vibes. I also really enjoy the way she writes her male main characters, who are alphas, yes, but they are smart enough to know to stand back and let their unhinged women handle their own business, because one, it turns them on to watch them destroy other people or things. They really enjoy that, but they're smart enough to not get in the way because they know they'll get a claw to their face. So they are equally turned on by their women but scared of their women. So I really enjoyed that dynamic, and it's a lot of fun to read. Now for this book, our main couple is Nell and Keen, and I absolutely adored the two of them separately and together. I think they had amazing chemistry. Now with Nell, I definitely enjoyed her meddling behaviors as well as her over-the-top actions to take care of her friends. It definitely led to some interesting, funny situations. Then with Keen, he is a cat through and through, a grumpy, antisocial one, and when his cat behaviors came out, I was just laughing so hard. And I love seeing him come to the realization that he is in love with this unhinged honey badger. It had me laughing so hard. And again, they had some amazing chemistry and as well. Now for the plot, it was a wild ride because there's a lot of POVs and missions going on, and honey badgers, when they get involved, shit gets real because each one of them has their own agenda, so nothing is what you think it is. So that was a wild roller coaster, and I had a blast. And I love that one of my favorite characters, Charlie, was prevalent in this book because I feel like I relate to her a lot with I always joke with my husband that I am one minor inconvenience away from being feral, and I love baking. So me and Charlie, I just relate to her so much. Overall, I really enjoy this book. I enjoy this series, and I enjoy this author, and I very much recommend him. This book will be available August 26th, so definitely check them out, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I did. And I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.